During the 1950s, my father, the photographer Adrian Flowers, visited the studios of artists in London and in Cornwall. His interest in contemporary art, and particularly abstract and constructionist work, led him to artists such as Dennis Mitchell, Roger Hilton, Wilhelmina Barnes-Graham, Victor Passmore, and Anthony Hill. In 1955 he was in London, photographing Mary and Kenneth Martin in their studio. Building on the achievements of the St Ives modernists, the Martins were creating an art that was abstract, mathematical in its inspiration, and resolutely non-figurative, but it could also be enjoyed by the general public. In 1953, at the invitation of Dr. Simon Yudkin, Kenneth had installed his mobiles in the children's ward at Whittington Hospital, Highgate. Although the Martins made art that appeared simple and minimal, they learnt to conceal the sophistication that underlay their approach. Early works by Mary, such as Columbarium 1951 and Black Relief 1957, show how she could create a strong visual impact using an economy of means. At the time of Flowers' visit, Mary was working on a maquette for the environment, an installation that she and Kenneth, in collaboration with architect John Weeks, were creating for the This Is Tomorrow exhibition, to be held at the ICA the following year. The photographs capture Mary Martin's self-effacing personality. She does not look at the camera, but instead focuses on a maquette. One of the features of Mary Martin's art is this quality of self-effacement. Simple and austere, the art speaks for itself. For this seminal show, the Martins made tall, freestanding screens, reminiscent of Russian constructivist art, that embodied their theories on modular, mathematical-based art, where accident and order were held in creative tension. As was usual at the time, Mary Martin repaid Adrian for his photographs in kind, by gifting him Expanding Form, a three-dimensional work made of perspex, stainless steel and wood. Years later, in 1984, Adrian loaned this work to a retrospective exhibition of Mary Martin's work, which was held at the Tate. One of his 1955 photographs was also reproduced in the catalogue that accompanied that exhibition. Between 1957 and 1975, Adrian Flowers made several visits to the Martin studio. Although Mary died prematurely in 1969, she left behind a legacy of artworks that have continued to shape people's view of what modern art meant to Britain in the post-war decades. Her career spanned just 2 decades, but during that time she made a considerable impression, achieving recognition for her intellectually rigorous approach to the making of art.
This podcast was created by Nicola Foley and hosted on Buzzsprout, with music from Pixabay. Thank you so much to Francesca Flowers for her written piece and Zoe for reading it out. I really appreciate you spending your time here, and please join me again next time.